gotten attention from that anonymous group, and it's really on social media and different websites. How do you keep this from turning into a Ferguson-type situation?
Well, as it relates to the anonymous group, we continue to monitor
Are you on YouTube?
their right to exercise their First Amendment freedom. But, you know, they are, to be honest with you, the reality of it is they're anti-police, and they're confrontational, and they're looking, and they, to be honest, they look for a confrontation. I would tell you the men and women in this department have done an exceptional job as it relates to dealing specifically dealing with the anarchists. Anonymous is synonymous with anarchists because they're the same. So my goal is not to please them because they can't be pleased. I'm not so sure if they know what they want other than the fact that they're anti-everything. But as you know, as it relates to other citizens that certainly have the right to demonstrate, we try to coordinate that. We try to be respectful.
To the sidewalk! Get to the sidewalk! We're done fucking around with you guys! Get to the sidewalk! What are you doing? Get over!
I'm filming! I've done nothing!
You can film back there. Back up.
Why'd you just hit my camera? And you're pushing a woman?
Just like we are anonymous of their rights to demonstrate and ensure and protect their safety like we would everyone else. But as it relates to how do you prevent something from becoming a Ferguson, I don't think any department or any city or any chief can guarantee that this will never be a Ferguson.
Get your hands off her! That's his mom!
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
But what I think we can do is establish relationships, establish our credibility.
We're holding a beating gun. What are you guys going to do?
Speak to the importance of being transparent, really connect with the community.
The suspect's 7 months pregnant girlfriend can be heard off camera screaming for police to stop. When she approaches the pile, Jones reaches out and trips her. The woman falls hard on her stomach and face.
Hold each other accountable, understand the community's responsibility and desire to hold us accountable. You know, all of those are deposits, and when those things happen, and when something happens, and these officers are going over 500,000 calls a year, so inevitably something controversial is going to happen. So if we've established those relationships, and if those officers are out in the community, and they're, you know, working with the community, partnering with the community as it relates to preventing crime and fighting crime.
Hey, you can't take her bike!
You can't take the bike!
You're taking it!
You can't take the bike! Hey!
And when something controversial happens, and if the community believes that, you know, the department for the most part is well-intended, they try to do the right thing, they're transparent. When we're right, we're right. When we're wrong, we acknowledge that we're wrong.
Allegations of police wrongdoing here in Denver. Officers accused of using excessive force on a suspect and then trying to erase the evidence. A video recorded by a witness.
I think it can mitigate a Ferguson from happening, but for anybody to get up to say that I guarantee you a Ferguson will never happen in my city, I question that. But I think there is a lot that we can do, and I think there's a lot that we have done, but there's certainly much more work to do that can mitigate that from occurring.
Chief White of the Denver Police Department, you have failed this city. You speak of transparency, but transparency is useless without justice and accountability. Your department transparently commits murder and transparently gets away with it. Your officers murdered Paul Childs, Alonzo Ashley, Kevin Ryberg and Ryan Ronquillo, yet there has been no justice for these victims or their families. You murdered 17-year-old Jesse Hernandez in cold blood, handcuffed their dead body, and slandered Jesse in the media. You shot Sherrod Kendall 4 times and he was tortured in jail, yet you dare speak of building relationships with the community. Actions speak louder than words. We challenge the Denver Police Department to prove that it serves a function other than to intimidate and harass marginalized peoples, and repress public democratic assemblies, in order to protect the interests of Denver's economic elite. Chief White, until all killer cops are off the streets and in jail, do not expect the public to treat you and your hired thugs with anything less than suspicion and hostility. We do not forgive murder. We do not forget Paul Childs. We do not forget Emily Rice. We do not forget Marvin Booker. We do not forget Alonzo Ashley. We do not forget Kevin Ryberg. We do not forget Ryan Ronquillo. We will not forget Jesse Hernandez. Denver Police Department, expect us.
Revolt. This feels like the beginning of something special. Three. What's up, cops? Keep your military trucks locked, cause we got a little problem with you shooting our boys. What you think, we would just watch? Nah, friendly fire, that's a war crime. Got me feeling like it's wartime. We was trying peacefully assemble till y'all started thugging, using rubber bullets as a roadblock. Man, that block so hot. Whoa, that escalated in a short time. Realize there's no city we can occupy when the enemy always occupying your mind. Damn, now you fight that. Gotta unplug, get your light back. We've been living in the dark, where your lights at? Let's ignite that, even if we on the front line. 3.